You weren't born lazy. You weren't born bad with money. You were born into a brain that's about 50,000 years old, trying to survive a world that didn't exist yet. If you feel behind, like everyone else got the money manual and you didn't, I need you to hear this. It's not your fault, and it's not too late. There's a piece of psychology that the wealthiest, most disciplined people on Earth understand instinctively, and almost nobody explains it out loud. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why you've struggled to save, why just have more willpower never works, and the one shift that actually changes everything. Stay with me.
I'm not going to waste your time with another save more, spend less lecture. You've heard that 1,000 times. It doesn't work. And there's a reason it doesn't work. A reason rooted in psychology, economics, and even a little bit of evolutionary history. Here's what we're covering today. First, the real reason your brain fights you on money. It's not weakness, it's wiring. Second, the identity trap that keeps smart, hard-working people broke for decades. Third, the 3 quiet shifts that separate people who build wealth from people who just talk about it. This isn't hype. This is how your mind actually works. Let's get into it. Here's the first thing almost nobody tells you. Your brain was not built to plan for retirement. It was built to survive winter. For most of human history, resources spoiled, tribes moved, and tomorrow was never guaranteed. So evolution rewarded a very specific instinct. Take the reward now, because later might not exist. Psychologists call this present bias. We systematically overvalue immediate rewards and undervalue future ones, even when we know better. It's not stupidity. It's not laziness. It's a 50,000-year-old survival setting, running on hardware designed for a world with grocery stores, credit cards, and 40-year careers. This is why a teenager will choose a new pair of shoes over money that could double in 10 years. It's not that they don't understand compound interest. Their brain is doing exactly what it evolved to do. And modern marketing knows this better than anyone. Every buy now, pay later button, every limited time offer, every influencer flexing a lifestyle they probably financed, all of it is pulling the same ancient lever. The 1% who build wealth aren't smarter. They've just learned to recognize when their brain is lying to them about urgency. Here's the deeper insight. The one that changes everything once you actually get it. Willpower doesn't change behavior. Identity does. Most people try to fix their finances by fighting themselves. I need to stop spending. I need to be more disciplined. That's willpower. And willpower is a muscle that gets tired by the end of every single day. That's why you're good with money in the morning and ordering takeout you can't afford by 9 p.m. You didn't fail. You ran out of a limited resource. But here's what changes the game. People who build wealth rarely think, I'm trying to save. They think, I'm someone who builds. I'm someone who invests. I'm someone whose money works while I sleep. That's an identity. And identity doesn't get tired at 9 p.m. This is something behavioral economists and psychologists have quietly known for years. Your brain will fight a behavior that contradicts who it thinks you are, and it will defend a behavior that confirms who it thinks you are, almost automatically. So if you see yourself as bad with money, your brain will unconsciously find ways to prove that true. Not because you're weak, because consistency with self-image is one of the most powerful forces in human psychology. This also explains the social media trap most people never name out loud. You're not just seeing other people's highlight reels. You're absorbing an identity by proxy. Every time you watch someone flex a lifestyle, your brain quietly updates its model of what normal looks like. That's social comparison theory at work, and Gen Z is the first generation to experience it at this volume, this constantly, this early. It's not weakness that makes this hard. It's biology meeting a feed that never existed before. So the question isn't, how do I get more discipline? It's, who do I need to become so that good money decisions are just what that person does? So how do you actually use this? 3 shifts. Simple, but rare in practice. Shift 1. Make the decision once, not every day. Every time you decide, should I save today, you're spending willpower you don't have infinite amounts of. The wealthy automate it. Money moves into savings or investments the moment it arrives, before it ever touches a spending account. You're not relying on motivation, you're relying on a system you built once. Shift 2. Change your environment before you change your behavior. Psychologists call this choice architecture, and it's quietly one of the most underrated tools in personal finance. You don't beat temptation with more discipline. You beat it by never putting yourself in the room with it. Separate your spending account from your savings account. Unfollow accounts that make debt look like a lifestyle. Your environment is making decisions for you whether you realize it or not. So design it on purpose. Shift 3. Borrow identity before you fully believe it. This sounds strange, but it's one of the most quietly powerful ideas in psychology. You can act your way into a new identity before you fully feel it. Open the investment account before you feel ready. Track your spending before you feel disciplined. The action comes first. The identity catches up. This is the actual mechanism behind almost every real transformation story you've ever heard. Not a sudden burst of motivation, but small actions that slowly rewired what someone believed about themselves. This is the part the top 1% understand instinctively, and most people never get told directly. You don't wait to feel ready. You build the identity by acting like the person you're trying to become, before you believe it. So here's the truth. You're not behind because you're lazy. And you're not bad with money because you lack discipline. You were just never taught how your own mind works. And that's not your fault. But now you know. Now you understand the ancient wiring, the identity trap, and the 3 shifts that quietly separate people who build wealth from people who just wish they had. The hard part isn't information anymore. You just got it for free. The hard part is deciding right now which identity you're going to build from here. If this gave you a different way of seeing things, subscribe. This channel is going to go deep on the psychology behind money, behavior, and building a life you're not constantly trying to escape from. New videos every week. I'm not here to hype you up for 5 minutes. I'm here for the long game. With you. See you in the next one.